Before we start the video, guys, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel. Let's get it, y'all. It's your boy Foreman. Today, we got a video exposing a DC glitcher. This is not really my forte or the type of videos that I try to bring you guys, but I felt it was imperative that I do put this guy on Front Street because this isn't the first time he got me. I know earlier in the week, for you guys who watch all my vids, I mentioned I did not have a good weekend on Madden because I got two DC glitches that ended my 38 game win streak. This was the guy who ended it. I had forced 3 or 4 fumbles with Zeke Elliott, and late in the second quarter, going into the half, I was about to punch the ball in to go up multiple scores, and then all of a sudden my game disconnects. Now, coming out, I'm setting up because I know his defense because we played before. I know what he likes to do, and initially I'm thinking everything cool. I sent him a friendly the last time we played when I discovered I did not have any of my plays in my playbook. So I sent him a friendly. Of course, he did not accept it. So I'm like, cool, I got all my plays, so I'm not really thinking much of it. He messaged me before the game started. No, he had messaged me like 6 hours prior, asking me did I want to play him. So when I got on, I seen the message and I told him, no, I don't want to play you because where it is, you have a reputation as a DC glitcher. So that was what he was messaging me a reply on. So as you can see, I try to go to my tight offset and I click, same things happening. Nothing is in my tight offset. Nothing is in my trio weak formation. I literally have 0 plays. The only plays that are in my playbook are I form close and single back wing stack. Nothing's in my pistol bunch tight end. So it's the same thing happening again. And my thing is, if this only happens when I play you, then it has to be you. And when other prominent figures in the head-to-head community tell me the same thing's happening to them, then I have no choice but to believe that you out here DC glitching, guys, for wins. So right here, I sent him the friendly. Of course, just like last time, he will not accept the friendly, but he's going to send me a message saying why. Why do I want the friendly? As you can see, and the above messages are me telling him 3 different people have told me that you, and this is before we ever matched up those. So it just so happened, I'm telling him people have told me you're a glitcher, so I don't want to play you. Now he knows I have a YouTube channel, so I don't know if he wanted me to record a gameplay of us playing. But as soon as I finished telling him 3 different people. As you can see, that message was 2 minutes ago. As soon as I sent him that message, we got matched up in the game. So as soon as we got matched up, I had already knew what was going to happen because he had previously DC'd me. So right here, I'm telling him the play is going for my playbook. And then I tell him, I don't know, because stuff, like a lot of suspect things happen when I play only you. So I'm not one to complain about a lot of stuff. Just like last time, cool, I'll play you with what I got in my playbook. I already know there's really nothing I can do. I'm going to take the loss for this game. So I might as well just run with what I got and see what I can do with it. So as you can see, we're still going back and forth, and I'm letting them know, yeah, you be glitching, cats. I already know now because like it's an unwritten rule in Madden, if you are playing someone and they do go, because I know this happens a lot with guys who have super custom playbooks. Sometimes like certain formations in their playbook won't be there, but I've never heard of no plays being in your playbook, like absolutely none. And it only happens when I play this guy. There's one other guy in the community that I know of for a fact does this, and that is pause, because I'm about to say his name, Mandingo Delight, pause. All pauses, my guy. He's another guy who utilizes a different type of DC glitch. He takes something out of his playbook. I don't really want to say it is because I'm not one of them guys who like to shed light on glitches. And what he does is he's able to freeze the game at the end of the second and fourth quarters based off something that's not in the coach's suggestions anymore because he took it out. So he's able to freeze the game at the end of the second and fourth quarter and get you kicked out. And he'll get the win for that. I know because I want to say he's got me about 4 or 5 times this year. I know he got Timmy 2 turned like 2 or 3 times, and he got Black Rain a couple times. I got message threads from him for days about me just trying to understand what's the point of doing it. Like, we play this game to compete against each other and to have fun. So I don't really understand guys who would just boot you out of the game, because eventually it'll get around that you're a booter. So it's not like you're gonna get any respect for your ranking. And it's guys like this J Rock 214 that you don't get no respect for being in the top 100, the top 20. It don't matter if you get to number one. You don't get any respect from like any noted people in the community because you do stuff like this to get wins. So as you guys gonna see from the gameplay, I'm gonna just go ahead and play it out with these two formations I got. Single back wing stack does not work good against the formation he's running, so that's why you'll see me primarily in I form close. I would have been fine in this gameplay had I had my full repertoire on offense and defense, because his defense is really suspect. So I don't feel like I'd have been in any trouble, just like I wasn't in the last game. See, the problem with these type of glitches is they've become way too prominent on Xbox and PlayStation, and that's primarily because of content creators who post these type of things on their YouTubes. And I know a lot of people say they post it on their YouTube because they want to bring awareness to it and want awareness to EA Sports. But that's not why people are doing it. People post this type of stuff because they love the clickbait it brings and the views and the subscribers to the channel. And I think that's probably the most toxic part about Madden this year. Now, for you guys wondering about the stop and goes, that is not the Elgato. That is not you guys' computer. That is the actual gameplay. It was a lot of stops, a lot of glitches, a lot of freezes, until finally at the end of the video you'll see it finally just freezes completely. And my Elgato actually stops as I break a big one here with Penny. My Elgato actually stops, and then 2 minutes, I want to say, after that, the game finally lags me out for good, and I take the loss. I'll be posting the screenshots at the end of this video about what we talked about at the end, and he got pretty upset because I told him that I was gonna make this into a video, and then he does what everybody do when they get mad. They want to talk about your wife and do all that extra stuff, which I ain't really into, man. I'm too old to be arguing with somebody on Facebook, especially about personals when I don't know anybody personally. So those screenshots will be posted at the end. As you can see, for the most part, all I do is laugh at the dude. Because at the end of the day, this is a video game. This is something I do to relieve stress, because I do not drink, I do not smoke, I do not party nor club. So when I'm not working or spending time with my kids and my family, I kind of blow smoke off just playing Madden and kicking it with my peoples and whatnot like that. So for me, that's all Madden is. Just a way, that's a nice spin move as Penny breaks another nice run. So this is really how I kind of alleviate stress, even though Madden can be really stressful. Not gonna hold you. When I was younger, I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't punch a few walls and break a few controllers. But yeah, so this is something really EA needs to address, because it has started to infiltrate the Ultimate Team community. And because it has got to their moneymaker, you'll see them address this probably really soon. But because they primarily ignore the regs community, this is something that we've dealt with in multiple Maddens over multiple years. People utilizing these glitches to get wins. So you don't really see it as much in Ultimate Team anymore, but this type of thing happens every year in regs. So that's why when people ask me why don't I play Ultimate Team, because there's plenty of Ultimate Team streamers and YouTubers. There's not a lot of guys on regs bringing you really good content and really good tips, and that's just what I want. I do want to establish myself as a really good regs player in the community who brings good content for the people who still enjoy regs. And maybe if me and Rain can do that, and we can get our viewership and our sub count up and get monetized and start to really blossom on YouTube, then maybe it can bring a little bit more awareness to EA Sports and the issue that they have with the regs community and a lot of these glitches, because it takes away from the game, because there's literally nothing we can do to stop from getting matched up with these guys. The moment we get matched up for them, we just have to count that loss. The only thing you can do, and what you'll see A lot of people do. I'll do it against known glitchers, and I'll just try to keep the game close. As you see, it's a really nasty lag right here, and I didn't even know I made the tackle. The game unfroze, and Zeke was on the ground for a 1 yard loss. But yeah, like I was saying previously, the only thing you can do with these type of players is you can try to drag the game out as long as possible. Because as much as these guys are glitchers, they try to get themselves legit wins. They only boot when the game gets out of hand. So if you can try to drag these games out into like the fourth quarter, 1 2 minute mark, and then try to make a move for a win, then you'll be able to get past a lot of these guys because they don't want to glitch out every person that they play because it becomes too evident what they're doing. So if you can make it into the later rounds with these guys, then you got a chance to get you a win. But for the most part, if you come out guns blazing and you go up 2 3 possessions early, then you can forget about it. You can forget about it, man, because they're gonna boot you out the game and they're gonna go about their business and act like they have zero clue what it is that you're talking about. As you can see, I don't even have any defensive plays. My 4-3 over, which I don't run, was in quarters. I didn't have anything in my 4-3 under. I didn't have anything in my 4-4 split. Like, I was just completely butt naked out here as far as my playbooks goes. So everything I'm doing right here is just freestyle. And personally, I feel like I did a pretty decent job keeping the game close. Do not even have access to anything that I run against a top 25 glitcher. So I was pretty happy with the loss because I felt like if I had full access to my entire repertoire, I would have ran through this guy pretty easily and I wouldn't have had no issues with him. With guys like this, they just usually just armbar you with Zeke. They don't really have an offense or a particular skill set. It's just spamming that A button. And for you guys who do run into that armbar, the counter for the armbar is as soon as he hits you with the armbar, click on to your nearest defender and instantly go for that strip. I don't know if it was the last update or the one before that, but guys who use armbar a lot fumble very often. Now that armbar is open up for strip fumbles. So as soon as he hits me with an armbar right there, as soon as he hits you with that armbar, instantly go for the strip with another defender, and probably 6-7 times out of 10 you will rip that ball free. Just a little tip for you guys who are struggling with guys who use that armbar way too much. So again, I'm coming out, I form close. I can't do nothing but run the ball, quick cut with Carson, and then I'm going for about 50 to 60 yards. Had I had Penny in the game, I might have taken that to the house, but I forgot I had subbed in Carson. But as you can see, just running just this one play, no jukes or anything, just quick cuts, quick stop and goes. He can't even stop what I'm doing here. So I already know if I had full access to my passes and everything else, I could have easily ran through this guy. But it's just one of those games, man. Shout out to my guy, Jezik95. A little bit after I played him, and I wasn't even recording at the time, which is my bad again. I got to start just recording every gameplay. I had an absolute banger with Jezik that came down to the very, very last. It was actually another Game of the Year nominee, and I didn't get the game recorded, so shout out to him. I was pretty tight with myself that I didn't record that game because something told me to go ahead and just turn on the Elgato, but I didn't. Right here, I'm trying to get this game late into the fourth, so I'm just dragging it out as much as I can. I know I don't have access to much in my playbook, so I want to just take. I want to make sure he doesn't get the ball right here. So I'm going to take my 3 if I get stopped and go into the half. And if I'm not mistaken, the game is going to lag pretty bad here, but I don't think I picked this up on first down. And then I just kick my 3, and then we go into the third quarter. And as you can see, the game is coming to the end because the game is going to do a really, really, really big lag. And then that huge lag, my Elgato is going to stop working it. My Elgato actually froze. And right when the game froze, and then I want to say a minute or two after the Elgato freezes, I get lagged out of this game. and I do take the loss. Again, the screenshots will be posted at the end of the video, so you can see. I guess this is his idea of taunting me because I did lose the game, which I wasn't upset about, because it's not like you beat me because you have a better skill set. You just do something that I don't do. Right there, arm bars, my boy Kendricks. I find the 4-6 defense in quarter normal. So I'm going to try to run 4-6 to try to contain this run. 4-6 isn't really that good against the run because it's an extra cornerback or a safety on the field as he hits his tight end right there, but we wrap him up and get him the 4th down. I don't really think I'm going to stop him this drive. I already know he's going to hit me with the stiffy and then pick up that 1st down as he boom hits me right there. Zeke is probably the hardest back to hit in the backfield because he does have that arm bar. The video's coming to the end. Screenshots will be posted at the end of the video. The big lag is coming up, man. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. Like, comment, subscribe, man, and I get at you boys later.